Nah guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriorstrade just dropped something so massive, so unexpected that the entire NBA world is already shaking. Fans, analysts, insiders, everybody is scrambling to make sense of this huge development. This is one of those moments that changes the entire conversation, not just for the Warriors, but for the entire league. So, get ready because what just happened is going to send shockwaves through the NBA. Let's be real, the Warriors are no strangers to drama. Over the last decade, they've gone from being the lovable underdogs to an unstoppable dynasty to a team constantly in the headlines for trades, injuries, controversies, and bold move. Every time you think you've got this team figured out, they throw a curveball that nobody saw coming. And once again, we've got one of those moments. The news we just got could shape the rest of the season. It could alter the Warriors' future. And it could completely redefine how we look at this roster moving forward. So, what happened? Well, let me tell you, it's something that mixes shock, excitement, and a little bit of fear for the fan base because yes, Dub Nation loves stability. But the Warriors have been teetering between going all in for one more championship run with Stephen Curry and slowly starting to shift towards the future with their younger talent. This latest bombshell tips the scales in one direction and it's got everyone buzzing. Reports started coming out earlier today and at first people weren't even sure whether to believe them. But as more insiders confirmed it and as the details started to solidify, the reality hit hard. Something huge has just gone down involving the Warriors roster and the ripple effects are going to be massive. Whether you're a die-hard fan or just someone who casually follows the NBA, you know, when Golden State makes a move, the league has to pay attention. Their Warriors have been under immense pressure this season. Let's face it, they've been inconsistent. Some nights they look like the old Warriors, moving the ball, raining down threes, and suffocating teams with their defense. Other nights they look out of sync, sluggish, and like a team caught between eras. That's been frustrating not just for the fans, but for the players themselves. And with Stephen Curry still playing at an elite level, the front office knows they can't afford to waste another year. That urgency has been boiling under the surface for weeks now. You could feel it every time the Warriors dropped a winnable game. Every time trade rumors popped up, every time Draymond Green's emotions got the better of him, every time Andrew Wiggins looked a little too passive, or when the young guys couldn't quite find consistency, something had to give. And today, it finally did. This bombshell involves a major shakeup that touches both the present and the future. Without giving away too much too fast, let me just say this. Their Warriors have finally made a defining move. It's the kind of decision that shows the front office is not just sitting around hoping things fix themselves. They're taking action. They're sending a message and they're putting everything on the line. And it's one of those decisions where you can already see how divided people are. Some are calling it brilliant, some are calling it desperate, but everybody agrees it's huge. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The reaction from the players themselves has been just as dramatic as the fans' reaction. Some of the guys in the locker room were reportedly caught off guard by the news, while others had been pushing for this kind of move for weeks. That just shows you how complicated the situation had become. Because let's be honest, when you've got legends like Curry, Clay, and Draymond, combined with young talent like Kuminga, Moody, and Pods, plus veterans like Wiggins, Looney, and Payton, balancing it all is never easy. Too many voices, too many priorities, and not enough time to wait around. And then you have Steve Kerr, the head coach, has been under more scrutiny this year than at any point in his Warriors career. Fans have questioned his rotations, his reliance on veterans, his handling of the young guys, and even his ability to adapt to the modern NBA where the pace and style have shifted yet again. This bombshell move might also be sending a message to care, adapt, or things are going to keep changing. But let's zoom out for a second. Think about the timing. Their Warriors have been battling just to stay afloat in the playoff race. Every game matters. Every win or loss could mean the difference between a solid playoff seed or falling into the play-in. So to make this kind of move right now mid-season shows you just how serious the front office is about not letting the season slip away. They've made their decision. They've made their bet. And now we all get to watch it play out. And you can bet the rest of the league is paying close attention. Because here's the thing. When the Warriors shake things up, it's never just about the Warriors. It changes the balance of power across the NBA. Opposing coaches are already rewriting scouting reports. Other contenders are looking over their shoulder and analysts are rushing to update their playoff predictions. If you thought the Western Conference was already a dogfight, this move just cranked up the intensity. The fans though, that's where the emotions are the strongest. Social media is going absolutely wild. Some are celebrating, saying this is exactly what the Warriors needed to do to maximize Curry's remaining prime years. Others are furious, saying it's a mistake, it's a betrayal, or it's the wrong direction entirely. That's the thing about bombshell news. It shakes people to their core. And for a fan base as passionate as Dub Nation, it's going to take some time to process. But no matter which side of the debate you fall on, one thing's for sure, their Warriors just reminded everyone that they're not content with being average. They're not going to sit quietly while the rest of the league passes them by. They're going to keep making bold moves, keep trying to win, and keep doing whatever it takes to make sure Stephen Curry's legacy is cemented with as many championships as possible. Think about that for a second. Curry is not just another superstar. He's the face of a generation. The guy who revolutionized the game. The player who turned Golden State into a global brand. He deserves to compete at the highest level until the day he decides to hang it up. And this bombshell is proof that the Warriors front office knows it. They're going to give him every chance. Even if it means ruffling feathers, even if it means taking risks that might backfire. And as we wait to see how it unfolds, one thing is guaranteed. Their Warriors just made the NBA infinitely more interesting. Whether you love them or hate them, you cannot ignore them. They've been the heartbeat of the league for over a decade, and they just reminded everyone why. Big moves, big stakes, and big drama. That's the Golden State Warriors way. Dub Nation, I want to hear from you. How do you feel about this bombshell? Are you excited, nervous, or flat out angry? Do you think this will push the Warriors back into true contention, or is it the beginning of the end? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because I know you've got a lot to say. And trust me, the conversation around this one is only just getting started. If you're as fired up as I am, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel,